Welcome guys, we have another game. This time we have our unpronounceable name playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the color blue against his opponent playing as the Ottomans in the color purple. It's Demu from Team Liquid. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires 4 casted game. Look at that. The following camera. I don't know why I never used it before. I think it looks pretty neat, and especially when you go here, you can see the scout pattern. The bad thing is that, like, I cannot really toggle between the two scouts. Maybe I can just do this and check the scout pattern of the move. But anyway, let's talk about the matchup. Ottomans against Holy Roman Empire. It's a matchup, to be honest, I'm not very familiar with. Obviously, we already see Demu opening with a military school, and the Holy Roman Empire already have the answer for that. They have one barracks, and technically he should be able to get more units than Demu. So Demu was thinking, okay, let's put some pressure into the Holy Roman Empire, especially the gold. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. This guy's just gonna fight in the Dark Age. Look at that, beautiful barracks. I found the models of Age of Empires 4 on ArtStation. I'm sure you can take a look at them. They're pretty nice. Like, so if you're unfamiliar with the process of creating models, so depending on what are you creating, typically you will sculpt a high resolution version of that model, and then you will bake the information into a lower resolution version. And typically you see this on characters, but on environments maybe you don't need a high resolution version. But I found both on ArtStation, where you can see the high resolution version of all the units, almost all the units, and especially like from the expansion. Looks like the company outsourced the making of. Oh my god! Gotta be careful not to lose that spearman. Very interesting opening. Usually it's the Ottomans who are the ones who are gonna be aggressive at the moment, but looks like we are having the spearman doing the job for the Holy Roman Empire player. Already thinking about aging up. It's like, that's enough. 3 spearmen, that's good enough for me, and has 1 spearman from the Ottoman player, which is not gonna be able to fight against those 3. They're kind of wounded. A little bit of pathing problem here, where they got too deep into the town center. Meanwhile, them trying to get that gold for an age up, which means if the Holy Roman Empire actually ages up before him, they're gonna be having a really good time. They're just gonna be having a really good time, and they need to drop off 4 times. 4 times. He has 168, and I mean, they just carried 10. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Has enough gold to age up. And a single spearman with this is our hero from today, and look at that. Just, who will think about opening up with the barracks, delaying your age up, and end up aging up faster than your opponent? How about that? And still having, you know, a little bit of pressure to Demu. Demu is one of the calmest players I ever met in the game. Like, no matter how tough the situation is, he's super calm. And I think this is a very good quality for this type of games, where you use your brain a lot. Don't get me wrong, you still use your reflexes, but your brain is the most important thing. Like, how do I get out of this situation? How do I counter this? Like, there are so many things you need to think about the game. And Demu is just a player who just chill, no problem. Just came with 3 spearmen in the Dark Age. No problem, we will get through this, and we will solve this. I love this. I love this mindset. I love this mindset. Go check him out in Twitch. His Twitch. He has a Twitch channel, but also he uploads his YouTube matches for YouTube. So look at that feudal version of the barracks. I love these models. I really love these models. Icon Chapel just next to the wood line, next to the town center. I'm gonna lose a couple of farms here, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna see archers coming from the Holy Roman Empire, a style that has been quite common in the last days, where you know, since the arriving of the free marching drills, we see very often players who are choosing to fight a little bit longer in the Feudal Age, going for archers, especially archers, spearmen, man at arms. They're just fast boys. Take a look at that. 1.38 move speed. Meanwhile, these guys 1.25. So essentially, if they don't want to fight, guess what? They can run. Archers also coming up from Demu. Let's take a look. If he looks like he's not really interested on going for another military school. He's gonna delay the military school for a moment, gonna have some production going on for him, and he chooses the mech there to as his first free unit in the Feudal Age, just to buff all those units here. Also remember, these spearmen are not upgraded. You need a barracks for that. You need a barracks for that for sure. Stable coming up for the Holy Roman Empire. You have the Trinity here, the Holy Trinity. Just the stable archer, barracks. You have everything and a single farm. That's all you need, man. Look at that. 6 minutes into the game, have already 9 units going up for the Holy Roman Empire. Wheelbarrow already there for them. It looks like the Holy Roman Empire is more focused on getting those military units out as soon as possible. Looks like them mining. The 5 villagers should be like enough for emplacements. I don't think he's gonna go for a second TC. We will see. We will see. I mean, not emplacement, but the military schools. Scout doing God's work. Meanwhile, Usain Bolt already arriving here. It's very fast. It's kind of like the delivery in China. They're very efficient. You gotta try the delivery in China. It's quite a thing to experience. Like no matter where, no matter how, they always arrive. No matter the weather conditions, they always arrive super fast and extremely cheap. Extremely cheap. I hear they get paid well. So, like in China, there's not such thing as tips. You know, people don't give tips here. It's not part of the culture. And I don't think it's illegal, but it's a system that just doesn't work here. But in exchange of that, a lot of people get paid really well. So you see, works like working in a restaurant or delivery, these type of jobs, which usually offer a minimum salary, they usually have a higher salary here. Otherwise, people are really not motivated to do the job. It's a tough job. It may be, it may not be technically expensive, but it's still tough. It's still tough to deliver the food to all the people out here. Anyway, how did we end up talking about food when we were just talking about the marching drills? Oh my god. Look at that, the Holy Roman Empire marching to the opponent's base. And I think the Holy Roman Empire actually has an advantage. First thing, has the Akron Chapel, so his economy is pretty good. Let's take a look at the income per minute. His economy is pretty solid, and you're gonna have your farms around it, which is gonna help you a lot. And you have access to man-at-arms. Not only that, you have marching drills, so it's like you're having a good time. I'm seeing good prospects for the Holy Roman Empire in this match. Meanwhile, they're already there with 10 archers and a couple of Zipahi. Have a couple of military schools already. Spearman, not upgraded yet, he doesn't have a barrack, so these are just, the classic, I made a spearman by mistake when you play the Ottomans. Usually, by default, you get the spearman training to go along. And, sometimes you forget and you are playing Imperial Age and then you have a Dark Age spearman on your squad. Plus on range armor coming up for the Holy Roman Empire. There's already plus 1 range attack coming from Demu. Gotta be careful here. This battle can be quite hard. Actually, I believe Holy Roman Empire can take this battle. There's not enough spearmen coming up for the Ottoman player. So I feel like this battle is... He can take this battle for sure. There's like 5 man-at-arms on the field, plenty of archers, lots of horsemen, spearmen. It's like, you pretty much have everything here. You don't really lack any kind of unit. That's what I like about this type of composition. It's like, you just have everything. Like, someone will do damage to someone's there. And look at that, the demos are already losing villagers. A couple of villagers went down already. Gotta be careful not to get close to the fire, the TC. And somehow, Demu is cleaning this up. Just thanks to the town center, he's able to clean all those units. And with a +1 range attack, these archers are actually doing pretty decent damage. Sipagi already out, and just like that, Demu looks like he protected his area, but there are more units coming from the Holy Roman Empire. Sipagi will clean those archers, meanwhile some other units need to come here. A lot of idle time for Demu, but I mean, you have to do this, otherwise these units will continue to deep dive into your base, and he managed to kill quite a lot. I mean, destroy value for Demu is quite high. Obviously, destroy value numbers are kind of bad here, but now you can already tell, like, this wasn't a really good fight for the Holy Roman Empire, and already we're seeing the Ottomans seeing another base here. Point probably will be able to get another military school. There you go, third military school coming up for him. So this is a time where they just pump units. Their military schools are already there. Their production buildings are there. You know, they're having a good time, and now they will just pump units into your base. Actually, Sipagi is such a good unit. They have a more tiles range for attack. Let me take a look at this one. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. The horseman, regular horseman, has 0.29 tiles range. Meanwhile, the Sipagi has 0.75. It might not look like a big deal, but it is. Like, these guys can chase the opponent quite easier. Boar looks like is not interested in joining the fight. Archers just not enough to one-shot the enemy archers yet. Looks like Demu will clean this up and will continue to pump more units. Looks like a Spearman, the classic Dark Age Spearman, coming up for the military school. Meanwhile, Holy Roman Empire is stuck in the Feudal Age. What he was his advantage for a moment became his doom, because now you're against an opponent that Ottomans they take some time to gain some momentum. You don't want to wait for them to get it. Like, if you're in Castle Age, you technically can defend better, but against equal Feudal Age army, it's gonna be a tough one. And now, MIA going up for Demu. With 12 villagers, he's gonna be in a hurry here. And I'm not sure what will be the reaction from the Holy Roman Emperor as soon as he sees the Castle Age, because he's quite behind. Sipagi went for a raid. Managed to kill an archer here. It looks like he will try to get something out of these units before he age up. It's always nice when you're doing something on your base, but something is happening on the opponent's base. Like, you have some horsemen, you have something going on. It looks like the villagers will get spotted here. Decides not to engage. Veteran Sipagi and archers coming up for Demu. It's like they will run forever. Meanwhile, Holy Roman Empire getting a lot of gold per minute. Just thinking about aging up as well. And when it comes to the relics, one mosque is already here. So it's gonna be training some imams, hitting up those relics. A double monastery actually. It's gonna be in a rush, just because the stakes are too high. If you let the Holy Roman Empire get those relics, if he does go for the Regnis Cathedral, it's gonna be very tough for you. Very tough for you. Like, you don't even want to give them a single one, so it's not taking anything by chance. Looks like military schools still on Sipagi. Well, 4th military school coming up for him, and veterancy as well. These units, this is one of the best looking units in the game when they are in the elite upgrades. They are pretty cool, don't get me wrong, just like that, but the elite upgrades are just like chef kiss. Like, Very cool. Regnis Cathedral is coming up for him, and it's next to a relic, so at least he should be able to grab one. At least. But Demu already dead with 2 imams. Let's take a look at where they are. Kind of like the east side of the map. Let's take a look at the other one. He's already returning with his closest relic. Veteran archers already here for Demu. Janissaries are starting to be made. Janissary is such a good unit. Such a good unit. We got more gold coming up for the Holy Roman Empire. Wolf trying to secure the relic. Loses the race against the prelate. Lancers starting to get into the composition for Demu. Not gonna be going into man-at-arms or something like that. Just keep it simple. Get those Lancers. Looks like Vizier Point was there. I'm not sure which one he chose. I'm not really sure which one. He cannot train Janissaries yet. So I guess he picked something else. More houses coming here, probably just to secure the network of those of that Regnis Cathedral. Look at that! This is like a kind of like a wall, because if the horsemen come here, the pathing will be kind of awkward. I mean, they will still get the kills, but it's a kind of like a cheap wall. Veterancy for archers coming up for the Holy Roman Empire. I didn't expect this actually. I didn't expect this at all. And we'll see Paki going up for another raid. Meanwhile, Demu already grabbing the 3rd relic. Looks like Holy Roman Emperor will have 2 relics for himself. Not really good, but it's Regnis Cathedral relics. So still, I think he should be very happy considering he was the one who aged up later. See Paki going up for a raid and he taps out. It's like, I'm not gonna continue with 2 relics. Well played by these 2 guys. I'll put a link in the description where you can follow Demu. And I see you in the next one.